My name is Bruce Poole. I'm the Department Chair for Manufacturing Technology. In the new program, we're basically developing a production lab that will allow students to learn and then apply what they learn in a working space. The idea being that we feel that overall students learn more efficiently and more effectively when they can exercise what we're teaching them. It'll be a working environment producing marketable products. So in time, we're hoping that we'll be able to sell these products, generate some revenue from it, and have that returned back into the program and eventually scholarships for students.
Hello, my name is Jenny Veltri. I'm the Associate Dean of Instruction at Skagit Valley College. The Advanced Manufacturing Program is so exciting because it's really been evolving over the past couple of years. This new direction is taking it from where students make small gadgets and widgets in order to learn skills to a full production lab where they will get to have hands-on experience in all aspects of the project.
To me, it's an evolutionary teaching idea, right? It's basically there are other environments that basically teach, hands-on or do hands-on instruction. I'm not aware of any that are doing this in a space that is actually producing an actual product. So, the space would be operated like a small business. And so students would be coming out of it with working experience before they even go out and start looking for a job.
What excites me about this is that gives students the hands-on skills they need to go into a workplace and be really successful. And that also gives those employers new employees who are ready to work right away. The Career Connect Intermediary Grant came at a perfect time. Over the past couple of years, the Advanced Manufacturing Program has really been looking at their curriculum and working with industry partners to make sure that the curriculum was relevant. As we move over into this production lab, the Career Connect Intermediary Grant allows us to finalize that curriculum with our industry collaborators, and it also allows us to hire a career specialist who will be creating the infrastructure for a very robust paid internship program, and also just strengthening those relationships with our industry partners.
Well, this is our primary classroom in Roberts Hall. So in this room, we teach students, we teach them electronics. We have 3D printers in this space, laser etchers. We have measurement equipment, so basically students are in this space learning precision measurement, inspection. We have computer systems that allow us to teach them CAD and design. They learn how to go from the CAD, from the design stations, to translation software that takes them to the machines that basically ultimately produce the parts that we need. The first product that we'll be producing in the new space is what we're calling a silent mandolin. And that instrument incorporates a lot of the disciplines that I've mentioned. So to build that instrument, they need to do machining, CNC work, design, CAD. There's electronics, composites, which requires teaching them how to build molds properly and how to use those. And then ultimately taking that from a prototype, which it is right now, to something that can actually be produced in an efficient working manufacturing space.
My name is Arnold Haskins. I'm an instructional machinist technician. The new program will give students the opportunity to get their hands on product and actually see how manufacturing works instead of just watching videos and getting virtual teaching. They're going to make something and take a lot more away from this program than what they can currently.
Well, we've partnered with Eddyline Kayaks, Chinook Enterprises. We have other partners, Excel Corporation, Janicki Industries, Edco. So all of these companies, many on our advisory committees, are basically committed to helping us evaluate. They've helped us evaluate the curriculum for the new programs, given us advice on it. They're going to be looking at, they've looked at the, in detail, they basically look at our program level outcomes and how they apply to what they need, and they've given us feedback on all of that.
We've been using the college for a period of about 8 years off and on to try to get work with some of the interns in the plastics industry, in the lean manufacturing, to try to see if we can't get some fresh eyes on scoping out how we do specific jobs for either reducing time, reducing monies put into it, or recouping a lot of lost time for manufacturing. As a person who came through working with a course back in 1975, working hands-on, you get a realistic picture of what you're doing. I think it's better for the student to find out if they're really in the industry they want to be in. I believe it's better for the employer who's here to find out if they have a realistic chance for some great employees. And it works well for both in a summertime venue to where they have the time to give and we have the need for extra people.
So my name is Erin. I am doing the technical design certificate, which is like AutoCAD. So I work at Skagit in advising, and so when COVID happened, I was looking at things that I could jobs that I could continue doing online after it was over. But it's just a matter of trying to get into the technical aspect. I went to one of Bruce's information sessions and fell in love with all of the cool things that he said about the program. So it was 3D printing pieces of cars and very, very unique things that you can do with 3D printers and with technical design and drawing.
My name is Philip Halstead. I'm doing operations management and ASST. I want to get the transfer just in case I want to get my BA. I'm doing it because I was an industrial millwright for close to 17 years, and the company I work for, they closed down, and I was lucky enough to be approved for retraining through the Trade Act.
Oh gosh, the value is unstoppable. So, I mean, everything relies on manufacturing processes. Everything comes from it. Everything is relying on people running machines and being as efficient as possible. So it stems from everything.
I like it personally. I'm one of those people that I learn by seeing and doing, not so much by reading and writing and presentations. Just like these guys, you can't build a kayak off a book. You come in and you figure out the process, and after you do it over and over again, you get really good at it.
Yeah, I am Matt Martisich, and I'm an instructor here at Marine Maintenance Technology in Anacortes, Washington. And we are a program at Skagit Valley College, and we are training students to go work on and repair boats. So that's a pretty giant piece of everything, because we have to train students to work on engines, we have to train students to do electrical, to do plumbing, and it really is kind of a whole lot of information that we are training the students. So we have this wonderful facility to help us out with that. You see behind me our main big project area, and we also have a propulsion laboratory, systems, kind of electrical lab, and then our composites and sort of wood shop over here. In this field, it's all about doing it. I mean, we definitely mix in a lot of lecture and a ton of content. We talk about, ABYC standards and kind of best practices, but really what it comes down to is hands-on experience, working on engines, in person here. And it really allows students to just get a good idea of how to do different procedures. And then as well as that, as much as possible, we try to bring in actual boats into the school, so students really get experience working on a boat. It's one thing to do procedures here in a lab, it's really great, but ultimately we want them to be able to do it in a lab and then also do it on an actual boat.
I'm Michael Beamer, and I am the Department Chair for Skagit Valley College Marine Tech Program, Marine Maintenance Technology here at Skagit Valley College. We're a satellite campus, so we're out here in Anacortes, and our job is to train new technicians. That's my main job, and I am on the electrical side of the house. So Everything about electricity is what I'm training students to do, to go out and find jobs in our community. Yeah, so I have the best job in the world, I think. I've worked in industry, I've worked at shipyards, run my own business, but to be able to share this hands-on, being in a lab, at least 50% of our work is hands-on. You got to be able to learn how to do and fix and what some of the new technologies are that's coming out in our industry, and it's great to work and to train. We've got an advisory board where community members will say we need students trained up on this new system or that, and then they'll go out and they'll actually work in the yards, and they'll come back and give us feedback of how they apply what they learn here and how to do good electrical work. And they're even sharing with some of the senior staff new things that we've learned and how to do a job better or faster, and that's just great joy to me. That's what I do day in and day out, is train these young people. All of our technical programs at Skagit Valley College have an advisory board, which is made up of members that hire our students. And we meet with them quarterly. They help us with, like I mentioned, our training. What can we do to make our students better, more employable, worth more to the actual end result, which is the employer, working with our local industry. And our local industry, of course, also helps support the program. We like it when new businesses start up. They come, talk about what they do, how we can help them. Very symbiotic, if they have extra equipment, stuff they're not using that we may need to borrow in our lab to help train students. It's a great way to always be connected with our community and our vendors and employers.